What's going on YouTube? It's Repulse back in another video. In today's video, we have our Chelsea news video. In the background, we are going to have Giovanni Quenda, Kendry Paez, and Esteval Willian highlights that Nino12X on YouTube posted. He's a Chelsea fan account. He posts about all our talents in their highlights. So this video is by him. If you want to go show him love, I will put his link down in the description. But to kick off the news, uh, one guy that I talked about yesterday, there was further links today in Jared Branthwaite. This is from Simon Phillips Sport. Um, Chelsea want Jared Branthwaite and have reached out on the player side. So far, the asking price is too high, but there's a feeling that the defender is destined to move this window, and Chelsea sense an opportunity. I do think it's a good opportunity to get Jared Branthwaite this window. Obviously, Manchester United were in for him last window, but Everton were asking for around 70 million. I think if we can get that around 60 to 55, there's a good chance he comes through the door. I think they want a fee around the Mark Gahey um, fee that I think is around 50 to 60 million. Um, so yeah, we have reached out on the player side. I expect us to come to personal terms pretty easily, and I expect him to want this move. I think he's going to want Champions League football, and I think he's a defender that deserves to play in the Champions League. He's a very, very good player, really good talent. I think someone that can complement Levi Cole brilliantly. Pretty big body, can head the ball really well, win those aerial battles that Levi Colwill does not excel at, but I think is getting better, and he showed his resilience at the end of last season. But overall, I think Jared Branthwaite is a great player and would be a great buy for us. So I think if we can bring that price tag down from that 70 million range, 80 million range that Everton are looking for, that he will come through the door and become a Chelsea player. Um, I really like the talent. I really like the player. So that'd be a great buy, in my opinion, if we were able to get him through the door. But if we're able to look at other positions, we have our left wingers. And one that came out today, also by Simon Phillips Sport, is that the Blues are exploring a move for Nico Williams now that we're back in the Champions League. Um, and again, Simon Phillips Sport is in Simon Phillips is the one that recorded it or reported it. Sorry, not recorded it. I do see a possibility where Nico Williams angles for a move out of Atletico Bilbao, but I do not think the club is Chelsea. I think his wages are way too much. I think he's on 400 grand a week, 350 grand a week, something like that. That even Barcelona were not able to pay the release clause as well as his wages in the last summer due to their financial turmoil. And I don't think we abandon our wage structure at all. And I don't think he cuts his wages in order to join Chelsea. I do think he's a great talent. I mean, we saw what he was capable of in the Euros, but I do not think he's worth that amount of wages that Atletico Bilbao are paying him. But at the end of the day, he fits their Catalan only mold for Atletico Bilbao, so they're going to pay their best players the most money possible to keep them because they don't really spend much on the transfer side of things. But in terms of Chelsea, we're spending a lot for both the fee and I don't think the wages would be worth it. But if you want to talk about a big deal with high wages, we have Bruno Fernandes. Al Hilal are prepared to offer a blockbuster £100 million deal to sign Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes and make him one of the highest paid players globally. The Saudi Giants are ready to nearly triple his current 250 grand a week salary with um, his agent Miguel Pino recently holding talks in Riyadh. Did I just get clipped? That is not actual Fabrizio. Um, hold on. I know that's a true thing, but did I just get actually clipped? I did not mean to pull that one up. Um, I know Bruno wants to stay. That has been true, but I do know that at the same time, that fee and all that is true. Um, and that has been confirmed by Fabrizio himself. So I'm guessing that was just um, a parody account reiterating what Fabrizio said. But new news: Ruben Amorim on Al Hilal pushing to sign Bruno Fernandes. He says that my feeling is that Bruno wants to stay. He's saying no to lots of things. The club can find other ways to make money. I feel he wants to stay for sure with Man United. You never know. So the Al Hilal links are definitely true. That is not a false report. It was just I accidentally clicked on the wrong account from the report. I kind of just got clickbaited, but It is 100 million that they're willing to pay, and the wages are around 200 million over 3 years. And Fabrizio said that in his YouTube videos. But sorry that I pulled up the wrong account. Um, I do see them letting Bruno Fernandes go. Um, but I think they're desperate for money. I think they need to get money through the door, which could actually, um, in a sense, fund what I saw linked today, which was from transfer.com. And Manchester United have registered interest in Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson ahead of the summer transfer window. This move comes as a surprise, but not really, because Jackson was not great to end the season, and it feels the fans just completely wrote him off towards the end of it. So I could see him going to Manchester United and having time to develop there, because at the end of the day, the club is an absolute mess. So I think they'd be willing to give him years, because I mean, there's flashes of potential. You saw how good he was at the start of this last season that we just had. Scored so many goals, but then December and that hamstring injury really just killed him off for the rest of the season. But I do think he could be decent for Manchester United if he ends up going there. Um, But in terms of the other Manchester, we have that Manchester are leading the race for Ryan Cherokee. Advanced talks currently taking place. Lyon want 30 million euros plus. I think he's completely worth the price regardless. It's going to be a cheap deal for a player of his talent. Um, he's so good. I mean, one of the most talented players in the world, in my opinion. The price is just very low because Lyon are in financial trouble, and that is something that I will get to here. Um, with our potential left wing transfers. Um, but yeah, I think Cherokee would be a great signing for them. They're already rebuilding their coaching staff. They're trying to get Tiani Reinders in the door. So I think Manchester City are going to look completely new next season. Excuse the, I'll just go back to my football manager. I think they'll look completely new next season. Um, but on the potential left wing transfer side, um, we have Jamie Bino Gittins, we have Rodrigo, we have Nico Williams, we have Alejandro Garnacho, we have Bradley Barcola, and then here's the name that interests me was Malik Fofana, because there's a 40 million euro price tag on him, but I think that could be lowered pretty easily if Leon are willing to negotiate, because at the end of the day they need money. They're already getting banned from continental competition in the Europa League, which may move Strasbourg up to the Europa League, but Gittins a City graduate, so I see us going for him, but I agree. I don't think it's worth it. Rodrigo said he's staying. Nico Williams, I think that the wages are way too high. Garnacho, I don't like the player at all. Barcola, someone that I want us to bring in. PSG are actually in the Champions League final right now. I have it up on my other screen. They are up 2-0. The second half just kicked off. It's the 50th minute. They looked great at the start of the game. And they're actually in with the chance here. Um, and oh, could have been 3-0 very easily, but Kvaratskhelia just absolutely shot it into Rosie. But yeah, Malik Fofana intrigues me, especially with the price tag, as well as Bradley Barcola, because I think he may need game time. But I agree, I don't think that PSG would sell. Um, but we do have this to bring back up. Um, Other than that, we have Arsenal in for Benjamin Šeško with the price at 92.5 million euros, which is absolutely absurd. I think it was at 65, 70 beforehand, but they raised it again, maybe. I don't know if this is a false report, but Telefootball don't seem like the Telegraph, yeah, they don't seem like they would lie about that. So I think the price did get raised, but Arsenal may negotiate it down. But that's who they're in for. I think Arsenal does end up getting Benjamin Šeško, and he does come through the door. Other than that, we have what we all know in Jeremy Frimpong going to Liverpool. 35 million euros. I expect him to be more of a right winger um, with Ibrahim Konate. Sorry, I was blanking on his name. Playing that hybrid center back, wide center back role to play a little bit of right back, because I think Frimpong's gonna go up and down the wings a lot. But other than that, Liverpool have more news. If we see here, Liverpool submitted an offer to sign Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen up to 130 million euros in total. This is an insane bid, but I think worth it for the player that Florian Wirtz he's such an incredible talent, and I think Liverpool are likely to win the title again next year if this is the way their transfer window is already going. I think they're just building such a strong squad, especially if Milos Kerkez also comes through the door. But yeah, great news if you're a Liverpool fan. They've been doing excellent this transfer window. But on the Chelsea side of things, one last thing. Chelsea will ask Liam Delap to put the Club World Cup ahead of playing for England at the Euro Under 21 Championships, with the 22-year-old set to complete his move from Ipswich, which I think is the correct thing to do. I believe he will sign on Monday. Um, but yeah, I think he will end up playing the Club World Cup with us. Um, I think he's someone that will start at the beginning of next year if we aren't able to bring an Ekatike in, um, or Gyökeres in. Um, but yeah, I think he's a good box presence 9. I think it would be better to have him there so he can learn the system. Um, Learn the system even better, just be acclimated to when the season actually starts tactically, because he wanted to join in the knockout rounds. I think it's best if he joins in the group stage. So, I mean, no disrespect to Club Leon or the other teams that we're playing, just not the best talents. But oh, whoa, where'd it go? Where'd my? There we are. But in terms of other strikers, we are ahead of Liverpool for Hugo Ekitike. So I don't know if we pay the full 84 million uh, pounds that Frankfurt are demanding, but I do think that we go in for Ekitike, and I do think he may come through the door before the end of the transfer window. But that is everything. I do hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of the Champions League final. Again, it's 2-0 to PSG over Inter Milan. They just subbed out Benjamin Pavard and uh, DeMarco and brought in some random players. I don't know one of the dudes. But yeah, I do hope y'all enjoyed this video. I do think PSG hold it out. I think they will win 2-1, 3-1, something like that. But I do think they hold it out and keep this lead. But yeah, I do hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's Repulse, and I'm out. Peace.